Derby County have been linked with a move for 32-year-old left fullback Jake Bidwell in a deal which would see him potentially replace Callum Elder. Now, Jake Bidwell is under contract at Coventry City until the summer of 2027, but a potential move out of Coventry and to Derby County is being reported by that of the Daily Mail. Now, the Daily Mail is reporting that Derby County could make a move for Jake Bidwell should they get rid of their current left back, which is Callum Elder, and ultimately that is a choice which Derby County will have to make over the coming weeks. Now, we are currently awaiting confirmation of the signing of left back Owen Beck from Liverpool, and that deal has not yet been concluded. Now, Jake Bidwell would become a defensive option for Derby County and John Eustace, but his age is a little bit of a problem in my opinion. Now, you can obviously let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you have not done so already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. But should we get into talking all about Jake Bidwell? Do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description, which will take you over to raffle.com. Create yourself an account, answer the question, and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets. Now, obviously, Jake Bidwell is a very, very good championship player. He's played at Coventry since, I believe, around 2022, and he's been a very, very good player for them. Now, across the course of recent years, that left-back spot at Coventry City has been very contested, especially throughout the course of last season, but ultimately it's a move which Bidwell only signed a contract a few months ago, so this move is very much, in my opinion, it's a very, very loose and lazy link for Derby County, and it's one which, for me, I don't think Derby County will actually get this deal done. I don't think it's one that will actually be moved forward. I think when you look at the likes of Callum Elder, you look at Owen Beck, Ben Osborne, Craig Forsyth, all players who are going to be able to play in that position. I don't necessarily think we're actually in need of a left back. Now, obviously, if one of those players was to move on, I can certainly see why John Eustace may look to improve that fullback area. But obviously, at the moment, it isn't really expected for me, especially with Owen Beck set to sign over the course of the next few days. Now, obviously, looking at this discussion point with Jake Bidwell is very, very interesting because he obviously is a very, very talented player across the course of his career and has been a huge part of Coventry City since around 2022 when he joined from Swansea City. Now, he's played for the likes of Brentford, Everton, Swansea, QPR and obviously Coventry, and as we sort of head towards 2025-26, he could find a new club on that list. Now, across the course of last season, he played 31 games across the course of all competitions, scoring once, collecting 1 assist and 5 yellow cards, playing just over 2,200 minutes. And I think it's very important really to look at his sort of career as a whole, because at 32 years old, he has done a heck of a lot. 615 total appearances, including that of the reserve leagues for Everton, 13 goals, 53 assists, 82 yellow cards, and 3 reds, 50,602 minutes. He's made appearances for England's youth levels, but obviously he was never able to make that firm step up to the top stage of the senior squad, which obviously for a player who spent the most of his time in the Championship is not surprising. Now, Bidwell is rated around €1 million as per that of Transfer Market, but for me, can I see this deal actually happening? I don't really think so. Don't get me wrong, if Callum Elder was to move on, or Ben Osborne or something, I could completely understand why Derby County would be looking at bringing in another left back. But in the current position that we're in, I think we're going to have 4 players that can play in that left-back position, and I just don't necessarily think that Bidwell is one that we're going to need to bring in. Now, obviously, it does say in the article from the Daily Mail that it does basically depend on Callum Elder moving on. Now, I don't necessarily know if that is a good move from Derby County. Obviously, Callum Elder and Jake Bidwell, both in their 30s. Callum Elder a couple of years younger, and obviously showed that he did have quality to play in the Championship last year. But obviously, if John Eustace is potentially looking at moving him on, there's obviously something he's seen that he doesn't really like. Now, obviously, it's a very short and sweet one, this one, because I just don't necessarily believe that there is any possibility of this deal getting done. Obviously, a very good player in Jake Bidwell, but I just don't necessarily see why he renewed his contract back in, I think it was January, to then just move on in the summer. But obviously, that's sort of a discussion point which can be taken later down the line. Obviously, Frank Lampard, the current manager of Coventry City, might be looking to improve the squad a little bit more, which then obviously puts Bidwell a little bit further down the pecking order. But for me, I just can't see why this deal would happen. It doesn't really make sense for me. Despite Bidwell's versatility of playing all the way up the left-hand side and can play on the right-hand side as well, I just can't see it being a move which truly makes sense for Derby County to go ahead and get done. I think in regards of the left-back position, once Owen Beck signs, it's a move which I don't really think needs to happen. Obviously, you have got the counter-argument of Callum Elder potentially moving on, but ultimately I haven't seen a single bit of interest in Callum Elder so far this summer. So as it stands right now, I can't particularly see this deal actually going through. But obviously, you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you have not done so already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. But for me, I don't think Jake Bidwell will be joining Derby County. I don't even think an offer will be made. However, we can reassess this in a few weeks' time should Derby County let go of Callum Elder or Ben Osborne. Now, you can obviously let me know down in the comments, but I'll catch you in my next one later on. Do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description, which will take you over to raffle.com, create yourself an account, answer the question, and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets.